The Roses is the funniest movie I've seen this year, and it's not particularly close. It stars two of our best working actors today, Benedict Cumberbatch playing Theo and Olivia Coleman playing Ivy. They're a couple who moves from the UK out to California, and we get a 10-year time skip of their life. And we see that after 10 years, Theo is a very successful architect whose career is taking off. He's actually having a big, monumental thing where he's getting a museum built. It's going to be his masterpiece, the legacy for all of his architectural career. And at the same time, Olivia Coleman, who was a chef, who kind of retired to be a mother for a few years, is now diving headfirst back into her career as a chef after Theo helped push her to open a new restaurant in their town to really get her talent out there in front of the world. But the business is struggling a little bit. And on the night of Theo's museum opening, a freak storm hits the area and causes both a catastrophe for Theo, but a great occasion for Olivia Colman's character where all this traffic gets driven off the highway to her restaurant. So a reviewer from a magazine sees it, writes about her restaurant, and her whole career takes off. At the same time, Cumberbatch's career is falling down, falling apart. And so they kind of switch roles where Cumberbatch now takes care of the kids at home and she's able to take care of the family money-wise by her restaurant taking off, her personal profile exploding. She's a huge success now. And so they sort of switch roles, and that's where our conflict really begins. That's where the marital problems really start to pop up. He raises the kids in a much more strict and militant way than she did, and seeing her kids grow up differently than she would have raised them herself if she was home kind of drives her crazy and builds this resentment towards Cumberbatch's character. And then Theo is just sitting at home stewing all this time about how successful his wife is, and he kind of hates it, kind of can't quite stand it. And so this switch causes a lot of resentment to start brewing between the two of them. And the bulk of the movie takes place over the 3 years after the switch happens. We skip through time a little bit and fast forward a little bit here and there, but that's where the bulk of the movie takes place. Coleman and Cumberbatch are at their absolute best here. They are batting at 1,000. They're on fire. I don't know that I've ever seen either one of them in a role quite like the ones they're in here, but they're so funny. They're so entertaining. Going into the movie, I was a little bit concerned that it was going to be kind of slow, dry British humor, but instead we got very quick, witty, dry British humor, which is the flavor of British humor that I love much more. I should have known better though, because this movie is directed by Jay Roach. That's right, the same Jay Roach who gave us Austin Powers, Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers, and The Campaign, which is hilarious if you haven't seen it yet. His record with comedies is pretty much unmatched. He's consistently hilarious, and he does not miss with The Roses. Not only was this the hardest I've laughed in a theater this year, this was the most I've heard a theater around me laughing. My whole auditorium was cracking up on and off, nonstop really, throughout the entire movie. People loved this thing, at least in the theater I was in, and I loved it too. I had a blast with it. Andy Samberg and Kate McKinnon are the two most important parts of our supporting cast, and they're the neighbors. They're Ivy and Theo's best friends, but really more so Theo's friends. And they were consistently getting laughs out of me. Allison Janney has a cameo as a divorce lawyer that was, one, hilarious, but also, two, so intimidating. I would not want to be on the other end of a negotiation from her. No thank you, no fun. The pacing was also pretty much perfect. We snapped through really fast. This movie was an hour and 45 minutes, and it felt like the perfect length. At no point was I thinking, oh, there needs to be a little something extra. Or did I think, oh, this is dragging on too long. We moved through our scenes at a wonderful pace. It was just about perfect. One tiny complaint is that there was a bit where the kids are acting more mature than their age should be. They're supposed to be more mature than their parents almost, was kind of the joke, but didn't really land for me. And also too, there's a thing Cumberbatch does with the kids where I get it, we're supposed to be showing that Ivy and Theo both have flaws, both have good things to be mad about, but if I was Ivy, I'm like, oh, this is next level. Like, he kind of crosses the line of snarky back and forth. I'm gonna have to go back and read the War of the Roses novel now, because this movie was so funny that I need more of it. I need more of these characters. This was a great movie. I've been kind of playing around with the new rating system, trying to figure out how I want to rate movies. There's this one old man on TikTok who does food reviews of different cuisines, and he rates it either for me or not for me. Not saying it's bad or passing a value judgment, but just saying how much it was for him and how much he enjoyed it. I like that a lot, but I don't know if it quite covers everything I want to include in a review. Still working through the kinks on a rating system, but I will say I really enjoyed The Roses. It was for me. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. This movie was a blast. Go see it right now if you want to laugh. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Comment below what your favorite Jay Roach movie is. For me, it's probably The Roses, because I like it more than any of the Austin Powers movies. At least I haven't seen them since I was a kid, but I like it more right now. So I'm going to go with that. But comment down below. Let me know what you think. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, y'all.